Our January 2025 tip is about how to use text and chat messages to build trust. And the reason I'm focusing on this is because I had a couple of fun conversations with people of multiple generations about texting habits over the holidays, and I thought I would share my suggestions with you all. So there are 3 keys to texting or chat messages that I want to focus on. One is punctuation, and here's the rule for punctuation. The only sentences that end with a period are sentences in the middle of a message. So if you send a text message that has 3 sentences, the first sentence will end with an exclamation point or an emoji. The second sentence may end with a period, and the third sentence can end with an exclamation point, an emoji, or nothing. Now, in text messaging or chat, the send basically operates as a period, right? So as soon as I hit send, the message is complete. And so it doesn't feel very good when you put a period at the end of a sentence, at the end of a message in text or chat. I know there's a lot of you out there who are like, that's not proper grammar. And I hear you, except that grammar rules exist to facilitate communication. And communication is about humans. And texting is an evolving technology that has come after our grammar rules. And so it's adapting grammar rules to the style of its communication. From now on, I want you to start thinking about hitting send as the equivalent of a period. And so if you do not put a period, if you don't put anything at the end of a sentence in a text message, it's totally fine. The only sentences that end with a period are the middle sentences in a text message, unless you intend for the other person to understand that you are very angry. If you want the other person to know that you are very angry, then by all means, put periods at the end of the first sentence, the only sentence, the last sentence. It will feel mad. If you use it on the middle sentences, it will feel fine. Okay? I know. A little weird, but hopefully it will help you and help facilitate better conversations in your with the humans that you text and chat with. Second part of this tip is using emojis. If you are texting or doing chat messages with people that you don't know very well, I would recommend that you stick with some of those standard, and by standard, I mean the first emojis that we had access to. So the very first emoji that people were really using was a smiley face. You can pretty much use a smiley face with anyone that you would be texting or any kind of chat with. Smiley face is pretty much just like, I mean this nicely. So you can use that. You can also use the thumbs up as a reaction or as an emoji that you're adding on language. So the thumbs up by itself, if that's the only thing that you send, comes off aggressive to some people. But if it is the reaction thumbs up, or if it is a thumbs up in with language, it's going to be fine. It's going to work great. The heart emoji, you can also use, okay. Not sure how all the different generations do the hearts, but the heart emoji you can use, accepted as just like extra love, right, for things, but not like necessarily romantic love. So you can put a heart in a text message or chat message to just about anybody. But you're going to stick with those basic ones, the original emojis that we had, because we have the most social currency with those. They've been used the longest by the most generations. I want to encourage you not to use more advanced, newer, sophisticated text messages until you have met the person, until you have talked with them a number of times, until you have actually established some trust for the person. Because when we're texting or chatting with people that we don't know how they are going to interpret different emojis. So you want to let that relationship develop before you start using some of the more sophisticated or more advanced symbols that are used by different groups of people to have very different meanings. Okay, stick with the standards. And the third suggestion for you in your texting and chatting is for you to mirror the other person. We do this a lot when we are face-to-face with people. So think about when you're having a really good lunch with your best friend. Like they take a drink of their water and you take a drink of your water. They lean forward and you lean forward. They cross their arms and you cross your arms. we naturally mirror people that we are in sync with. And so mirroring is also something that we can do to demonstrate that we are in sync with or connected to other people. This works in writing as well. So when somebody uses a greeting with you, you can use the same greeting back. If they use an emoji, you use an emoji. If they send you a GIF, you can send them a GIF or a GIF, however you want to say it. Mirroring builds trust because it shows that we are aligned. So if you want the other person to trust you, to like you, look at some of the ways that they are messaging and use those back. Now, don't make it weird. This is not mirroring like they lift their hand and you lift your hand and then you draw circles together. And okay, it's not mirroring, like, don't make it weird. It's just taking a few of the little signals that they're sending in their messaging and sending those signals back so that you feel like you're aligned. All right, so to start off the year, as you are texting and chatting, whether professionally or personally, with people that you don't know very well, you are going to think about punctuation and only using periods on middle sentences. Think about send as the equivalent of a period on the last sentence or the only sentence in your messages. You are going to think about how you are using emojis. If you don't know people, stick to the standard ones. We have the most cultural knowledge about those, the most agreement on what they mean. And so those are going to be the easiest until you get to know people. And think about mirroring. If they say, hey, you, you're going to say, hey, you back, right? If they use a smiley face, you're going to use a smiley face. If they send you some strange cat video, you're going to send a, I don't know, bouncing goat back. But if you want to show that you are aligned, you're going to use mirroring to show that you see some of the ways that they are communicating and you can use them back in the same way. So hopefully these suggestions about how to text and chat effectively are helpful to you as we start our new year.